On Main Street with your host, Russell. Each week, Russell takes an in-depth look at another exciting business. To get in on the discussion, call toll-free 888-565-1470. Now, let's talk business. Your business. With today's guest, here's Russell.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you very much for being with us. The second program out, and we're going to organize this thing and make it really meaningful, informative, and educational. Again, we will be here each and every week talking about different kind of businesses, especially talking about networking, because that industry has just kind of been a cottage industry up until this point in time. And so we really want to expand and share a lot of information and give people an alternative way of earning serious income from the comfort of their home without having had the JOB. Nothing wrong with that. I've had many of those. But we want to share another concept of how you, too, can realize your dreams of travel and financial independence and time freedom through networking. I'm looking at a poem that I was watching. I don't know, have you seen the picture? We have a guest this afternoon, Jane Manette, who was with us last time, and I didn't give her enough time to finish what she had to say. And so she says, hey, listen, I'm not finished. And so I said, we will bring you back this week. So anyway, let me do this before I get into the poem and what I was going to say about the founder, which if you haven't seen the motion picture, the founder, the story of Ray Kroc and how he expanded McDonald's all throughout the world. It's an excellent, excellent motion picture, and it gives us the strategies, techniques, and skills of how you too can do the same, become very wealthy, if you will, using network marketing or a different kind of business. Anyway, Jane Manette was with us last week, and I didn't give her a chance to finish everything she had to say, and so she's back with us. She's been around networking, let's say 30 years. She's been very successful. She's an NLP trainer. She's done a lot of great work in terms of outpatient psychotherapy and helping people, community organize and all of that, but she'll explain exactly much of her background with us rather than me do it. I'd rather have her do it. Jane, you're with us this wonderful...
I'm right here. Thank you for having me back on the show. I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you Go right ahead.
I'm trained as a psychotherapist, but I'm a psychotherapist turned entrepreneur.
Okay.
None of my graduate, undergraduate, or high school education in any way prepared me for the business world. So I had to go and learn how to be an entrepreneur, how to think like an entrepreneur, and how to behave like an entrepreneur. And that was really interesting. Everyone in my family had a job, and their highest aspiration in life was to get a so-called good job. But we now know that the only good job that really exists, because there's no job security, is the one that you create for yourself and your family. So I'm very thankful to the minds and teachers and mentors that I had, and the people who coached me and taught me how to be self-employed, how to be my own CEO, how to be in charge of my own destiny, and that's really been invaluable. And what I do now is I really pass it forward. I pay it forward. Mm-hmm. I'm a coach. I'm a transformational coach, but I also coach people in the network marketing and direct sales industry. And I'm really excited about that because a lot of people are hard workers. They've got a great attitude, but they just can't quite connect the dots to figure out how to make the big money. And they see other people doing it, and sometimes they get frustrated because it looks like it's happening for other people and it's not happening for them.
Mm-hmm.
So
mm-hmm.
Everyone, in order to achieve anything of significance, they need a coach or a mentor.
Okay.
They need someone there to coach them or to mentor them. And once you've earned money in the industry, you know what it takes. And I am leveraging my expertise. I'm a $1 million earner. Never earned $1 million in 1 year, but certainly earned more than that collectively.
Mm-hmm.
And
mm-hmm.
I know what new people go through. I know what people need, and I know what it takes to build a big industry, a big organization, or just to have an extra $1,000 a month coming in will change your life tremendously.
Uh-huh.
What I want to talk about is the industry for a moment. The economy is fueling the small business and entrepreneurial trends and movement globally. As I said, there's no job security. People in all walks of life are looking for additional income, alternative income sources, multiple income sources. Professionals, people work 9 to 5, celebrities. In fact, Some have said that if they had to start all over, Bill Gates said if he had to start all over again, he would start with with network marketing, direct sales.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is some of the reasons I'm about to share with you. The industry is just booming all over the globe. And there are over 100, listen to this now, 100 million people in the world doing network marketing. Direct sales offers entrepreneurial opportunities for people to generate extra income without all the expense and risk of starting and running a traditional brick and mortar business. The total annual revenue for the direct sales industry last year was $180 billion. To put the figure in perspective, the total annual revenue for the NFL, the music industry, and the movie industry combined was only $105 billion, $75 billion less than direct sales. The mega trends are exploding around the globe. And the big trend is health, wellness, and nutrition. Those are trends that are exploding around the globe. Paul Zan Pilsner, a well-known economist, called it the next trillion-dollar industry. And he's absolutely right. All of his predictions have come true. And this is why the majority of direct sales companies, network marketing companies, offer natural health, wellness, and beauty products, because that's what the demand is. As people put a greater value on the quality of their lives, their health and wellness becomes a real priority. There's another trend that's going on that's very interesting, particularly among the millennials, and that is there are people out there, there's a trend emerging that's shifting from just money and career and achievement to what they perceive to be more important. There are people that are saying, I don't want to work for 40 years and sacrifice for a company and then retire when I'm so old and broke down I can't even enjoy myself. I want to have a quality life now. I want to find a way to earn money now. I want to find a way that I can support myself and my family, live my dreams without having to do it the way my grandparents did or my parents did. So the shift from career and money to quality of life is another thing that's fueling this global movement. The direct sales industry is a home-based business that allows people the freedom to do it all, be it all, and have it all, without sacrificing what's most important to them in their life.
So we're talking about. So you're talking about the emphasis now today is time freedom, if you will.
Right.
Okay.
It's quality of life. It's quality of life. It's quality of life. It's enjoying your life and living a balanced life, having a social life, a family life. You know, really living life as opposed to just sacrificing yourself for the good of the company and hoping that they will take care of you one day.
Right.
It's time freedom. Time freedom is becoming as important as financial freedom. And the interesting thing, there are people who are making great money, but they don't have any time.
Right.
You know, so
True.
This is why so many professionals are coming into direct sales and network marketing. And a lot of people who don't understand this industry just don't realize how successful and what kind of income that people make. Most of the people in this country, most of the women in this country who earn over $100,000 a year do so in direct sales and network marketing.
How come most people have, let's say, a lack of a knowledge about the industry? Why do you what do you ascribe that to? People just don't know what's happening around them.
I ascribe it to miseducation, and that maybe we in the industry haven't. This is why I'm taking the time to teach people and tell people about the industry. Maybe we didn't talk to people enough about the industry, and maybe we led with product and opportunity, but didn't really have them understand the industry. So when they said no to the product or no to the opportunity, they never learned about the industry. And this is why professionals are doing a different kind of marketing approach now. We actually teach people the power and leverage of the industry, because when they get that, it becomes easy to talk to them about the opportunity and the product.
All right, so what resources would you point them to study the industry, if you will?
Oh, there's so many. And
Some.
There's so many.
I'm looking at the report from the Direct Selling Association of Washington, D.C. that's been monitoring this since 1917. And so this is a report, an annual report. And then you have a lot of books out there. You have The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, which is a good book on the industry. You have Dr. Charles King, a PhD Harvard graduate who teaches networking at the University of Illinois, Chicago. And so he has a book called The New Professional. So those are the two that I would recommend. What other books or recommendations would you have?
That they call me and let me coach them.
Okay, all right. Well,
that they call me, Jane Manette, coach, network marketing coach, and success coach, and call me at 954-260-4017, 954-260-4017. And then what I do is I come up with an individual plan for them. See, people are at different levels. Some people need more personal development. Mm-hmm. Some people need more presentation skills. Some people need more to know more how to network, how to leverage their warm market. Some people need to know how to create a system where they don't have to talk to any family and friends. Mm-hmm. So what I do is I find out what their interests are, what their skills are, what are the areas where they need strengthening, and then I help them create a plan and program around their values, their skills, their strengths. So it's not one solution for everyone, because some people just are naturally good at inviting.
All right.
And then some people just have the hardest time inviting. So everyone is different, and this is why you need a coach. This is why you need someone who can sit with you and help you create a plan that can help you start making money, not in 3 years, not in 18 months, not in 6 months, but I mean soon. And that's what I do. That's what I do, and I love it, because you know how great it feels to succeed in this industry, to get the big checks. I've won cars, luxury cars, and been on trips and been sent all over the world, expense paid. But guess what feels better, Russ? Helping somebody else achieve that.
Okay, all right.
As good as it feels.
So do you have a website?
Helping other people achieve it really, really feels great.
Do you have a website? I have your number, 954-260-4017. I have that. Do you have a website people can go to and take a look?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's JM networkmarketingcoach.com.
Okay. JM networkmarketingcoach.com. I got it. Okay.
Okay. So people want multiple streams of income. You know, I have multiple streams of income, and I really appreciate that. But guess what I love? I love residual income best of all.
All right.
I love the fact that you can make an investment in someone. You can teach them the business. You can teach them whatever they want to learn. See, everybody doesn't want to earn $1 million a month. That's not everybody's goal. Everybody doesn't want $1 million a year. Some people, just an extra $3,000 a month would change their lives dramatically. Mm-hmm. They could go to private school. They could move in a different house. They could drive a different car. They could have a different kind of a family experience on vacation, etc. So millions of people are living the lifestyle of their dreams by working from home.
Okay.
And the benefit of working from home, low startup, unlimited income, residual income, meaningful work, tax advantages, flexible schedule, global business. You can sit wherever you live and build a business in Asia, in Europe, in South America, in Central America, even though you yourself haven't left, because most of the companies that are doing well are expanding globally. And that, I really like that.
Okay, correct. What I'm going to do, Jane, is I'm going to take a break here, and we'll come back up. But there are a couple other questions on the backside of this that I want you to think about in terms of while we are on the break. And that is, we hear all the good things, and you have been delineating the 1, 2, 3s of the positive parts of the industry. But what do you really do in terms of really having that annual 6-figure income or that annual 7-figure income and a residual income and long term? What are the techniques, strategies, and skills that you need to put in place in order to make that happen? And we'll be right back right here on the on 1470.
Welcome to the New Business on Main Street. www.newbusinessonmainstreet.com. Networking has come of age, and many of our solid, stable, and financially free networking companies are now on the Dow and the NASDAQ. Many of the stocks of these premier companies have had serious gains in the past few years. Warren Buffett said, investing in networking has been the best investment I have ever made. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, says rich people build networks. Poor people look for jobs. Donald Trump has made millions of dollars from networking. Paul Zane Pelzer, an economic advisor, and Malcolm Gladwell, author of the book The Tipping Point, says billions of dollars will be transferred to networkers over the next 10 years. Malcolm Gladwell says future generations will become very wealthy using word-of-mouth advertising. He says 67% of all goods and services are purchased by recommendations and referrals. Your economic future is in the hands of word-of-mouth advertising. It is the new way of doing business on Main Street and Wall Street. You can join us in acquiring economic freedom and security coupled with time freedom. Go to newbusinessonmainstreet.com. That's www.newbusinessonmainstreet.com. You're listening to today's edition of New Business on Main Street. To join the show, call in toll-free 888-565-1470. Now, back to the business at hand. Here's Russell.
Thank you very much for being here. 1470 AM, and that's 95.3 FM. And if you do have a question of us, feel free to call in, if you will, 888-565-1470. Jane, we hear all the good stuff about network marketing. I mean, Warren Buffett and Donald Trump and all of those people who really understand this industry. Paul Zane Pelzer, and you talk about Malcolm Gladwell and Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's a multimillionaire who was once homeless but now has made millions and millions of dollars through various streams of income. And he has his book, The Business School, if you want to get that, talking about network marketing that he's written to help us understand the industry. Now, let's look at the downside of this. You just can't sign up, get a few products in your hand, and make $100,000 a year on residual income. What do you have to do to make that happen? In addition to getting a coach, what can you tell us what needs to happen in order for that to happen, that occur?
What I'm about to tell you is counterintuitive. It's not going to be what you think. But let me share some of the first important things that has to happen. Number one, a person has to really clarify in their own mind why they're doing this. Because it's a strong sense of purpose that guarantees your longevity and your persistence, which we know is absolutely essential in any event, any area of your life. So a person has to have a strong, powerful, passionate reason for doing it, because it's totally something they've never done before. It's not like what they do on their job. It's totally different. And what they do on their job may not translate to what they need to do in their home-based business in direct sales and network marketing. So a strong, powerful understanding with you and your spouse, if you're married, about why this is important at this time in your life. That's number one. The second thing that's required is that a person really has to acknowledge the fact that they may be a dentist, they may be a chiropractor, they may be a social worker, they may be a cab driver, they may be a teacher. And even though some of those skills will be helpful in building the business, they need to understand that in order to be successful in this industry, they must become a student. And this is what doesn't translate very well. This is what's not communicated by the experts in our field very well. You have to be coachable and teachable to be successful in this industry, because a lot of the ways we go about building the business is not what you think it would be. It's different. So because it's different, people want to do it exactly the way they do their jobs, their careers, and their professions. So a strong purpose, a strong why, being coachable and teachable. And the third thing that people must really grasp is that once you've done that, once you've had that conversation with yourself in the mirror with your spouse, the next thing that very few people realize is that you really have to get on a personal development program. Now, this is the part that gets to be the art and science, is that You have to have a realistic assessment of what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then you have to build a personal development program around that to build you up to the point where you are comfortable functioning in all areas of the business.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are most successful have a good relationship with their sponsor, their upline, their success team, the people that work with them. And sometimes I have been, in my first experience in direct sales, it's like I didn't have a sponsor. He lives in another city. He said he wasn't going to come do any meetings for me because he didn't think I was going to be teachable, because educated people think they know everything, and I wasn't going to listen anyway. So he didn't bother. He didn't bother to come. So, but he did tell me 5 things to do. And I'm going to share those 5 things with you now, because doing those 5 things, once you've done the first 3 I've talked about, doing those 5 things really, really makes a difference. We know now that you can build a business without talking to your family or friends. That's a choice. Okay? What he told me to do is make a list of 100 names. Okay? And then invite all those people to an opportunity meeting, to a presentation. But take the top people on the list and physically go and give them, now listen to this language, give them the product, not sell, not present to them, give them, say, here, I have a gift for you, something I'd like you to try, and I'd like to know your experience with it. And by the way, I'm having a presentation next Thursday night at this place at this time, and I'm really counting on you coming there and telling me your experience with the product. That's what he told me to do. I said, give the book away, because I had borrowed the money to buy the 2 cases that I needed to get started. But I listened, because he said I wasn't teachable, and I didn't want to prove him, right. So I gave the product away to my most influential people on the list. So you make a list of prospects, a list of people you know. You get some product, not a lot. You don't need a lot of inventory, enough to give your top 25 people a sample of the product so they can have an experience with the product. Invite them to an opportunity meeting. That's what he told me to do. And then the magic started. I said, but who's going to come? He said, don't worry. Over 50% of the people that you put on the product will be there. And then about 25% of those other people that didn't get the product, they're going to come. So you're going to end up with about 20 people at your first meeting. I couldn't believe that. He was absolutely right. 25 people showed up. Half of them were on the product and had phenomenal testimonies. The other half got excited and listened because of their excitement. And then he said, and just duplicate that with everyone who wants to do the business. Make a list. Buy some product. Share the product with the key people. Do a presentation. Share the product in the presentation. Share the benefits of the product, and share the opportunity. Now, I had to do the opportunity meeting, which was that was amazing, but I had to try to figure that out. But I did, and shared the opportunity. And he told me, don't talk too much and don't talk too long. Just let them know this product is fabulous, it's available, it's a company behind it, and this is what they do, and this is how we can participate. My business created broke unbelievable records. And the reason is because of those simple steps. And anyone who does that, now I know people that say make a bigger list. I know people who don't want to talk to any of their family and friends. We have systems in place now where you can totally work with a online referrals generation system where you only talk to people that are, say, I'm looking for an opportunity. So now, this is years ago when I started, there was no computers then, remember? But now there's so many ways to do it. I know people that have been very successful just doing home parties. I mean, it never really appealed to me. It's a very effective way to build business.
Okay,
but it doesn't matter why. It's all about networking.
So we have a caller. Let's take the call. Anyone who wants to call and ask you questions, the lines are open. 888-565-1470. And Gary, you're on the air.
Oh, thank you. I'm enjoying this show, Russ and Janet, and I just have a very practical question. I'm wondering, as a beginner, what kind of an investment I should have in hand, and what kind of a time frame should I expect to devote to learning this business at working at home?
Oh, okay, Gary.
Great question. You want me to answer it, or you?
Yeah, please. You're the guest.
Okay. Well, first of all, those are really good questions, Gary. Number one, be prepared to be prepared, and it's not always the same, but be prepared to between business cards and setting up getting some brochures or some marketing materials and getting a supply of the product. Be prepared to spend between $1,000 and $2,000. Sometimes $1,000 is all you need, but sometimes it can cost up to $2,000 to get it the way you want. You know, most companies give you a website or replicated website, so you don't have to pay a lot extra for that. But you do want some product, because when you talk to your key people, you want to talk opportunity, because that's what they want to hear. But they also want to know that the product is fabulous, that the product works, that the product has some basis, scientific basis. They want to know that as well. And in terms of how long does it take you to see results, to start earning money, I'm going to tell you my experience, but my experience is probably not typical. The first month I earned $4,000. The second month I earned $10,500, and the third month I earned $15,000. So, but that's not typical. I was excited. I was on fire. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just talking to everybody, and I was just telling everybody, you can make $10,000 a month. You can make $10,000 a month. And people really got excited about it. But then I tapped into a group that was an intact group, and it was a group that all knew each other very well, where there was a lot of trust. So it was very easy to move and have fast growth in that area. When I started, there were about 12 people that were having a meeting on a weekly basis in this company, and after a month, I had meetings from 300 to 500 people weekly. Now, that's not a typical experience. What you can expect is gradual growth. But how much you will earn depends upon your effort, your passion, and how much time you put in it. But just that's not alone. The quality of people you talk to. I believe in focusing on successful entrepreneurs, people that are already successful in life, but are looking for a secondary source of income, someone who wants multiple streams of income. Anyone can do this business. But I really like to focus on people that I know have already developed the muscles that are necessary to be a good business person.
Okay, Jane.
Add to that, Russ?
Well, yeah, I add to that by saying that, I keep hearing that anyone can do it, and, it's simple, it's easy. I disagree with all of those terms. I mean, but it's a challenging business. And if you don't have the right skills, if you don't have a why, if you don't have a dream, if you don't focus on personal development, listen to Les Brown or Mark Victor Hansen or Tony Robbins on a day-by-day basis, if you don't read the books, if you don't listen to the tapes, you're not going to stay on course, and you're not going to have, the incomes that you made back in the day, that's some 30 years ago, and I remember that because you came to Baltimore, and I saw that in fact. But most people don't have the $4,000 or $10,000 the next month. That's not typical, Jane, for the average person. I'm sorry?
Not typical. No, it's not typical.
Now, how much time did you...
Your point is very, very valid, Russ, is that
right.
The reason most people don't have that success is because they don't have a strong why. They don't put themselves on a personal development program. They don't follow a proven system. They try to reinvent the wheel and figure out how to do it themselves. This is not a time you want to be creative. Put art on your wall. Paint your wall another color. But in this industry, until you've earned $100,000 a month, you do what the experts say do, because they know what it takes. And the reason some people don't have the success is they don't listen.
Jane, I'm at the bottom of the hour, and we are out of time, and I really, really, honestly appreciate you being on the air. Now, give us the two numbers, because I have to go for a break now. I have another guest coming up.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
They can go to jmnetworkmarketingcoaching.com,
mm-hmm.
and they can call me at 954-260-4017, and I'd love to tell them about the one company that I'm building in addition to my my coaching business, etc.
Jane, I really appreciate you being on the air, and I appreciate the information that you shared with us. And next time we'll do it a little longer, and you can always come back again. I appreciate you being here this week.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
You've been listening to The New Business on Main Street, and I'll be back in just a moment right here on 1470 95.3.
You don't need anyone to tell you that times are tough. You have probably been searching for that elusive, guaranteed, secure job with all those wonderful benefits. Well, those jobs are gone. Downsized, outsourced, capsized, and eliminated by technology. It's a new day. We have to adopt new ways of earning a serious income. So, if you are positive, bright, friendly, ambitious, and have vision, we can help you. We have an international marketing company expanding in your area, and we are seeking someone with experience in teaching, public speaking, or who has owned or operated a business. For further information, go to www.newbusinessonmainstreet.com. If you are self-confident and you have strong self-image, self-esteem, we can help you. Go to newbusinessonmainstreet.com if you are willing to take risk and you are willing to educate yourself. Then the income for your future is unlimited. Call 561-302-2588. It's the New Business on Main Street. You're listening to today's edition of New Business on Main Street. To join the show, call in toll-free 888-565-1470. Now, back to the business at hand. Here's Russell.
Thank you very much for joining us here on The New Business on Main Street, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM. And what can I say? The second time out. Last week we had a good program. This week we had Jane back again. And for the next half hour, we have Dr. Ron Friedman, and he's been an anesthesiologist and for 40 years or better. He's just founded a new company. He's president of the new company. And we have his master distributor with us, is Ron Adam Levy, if you will. He's been around the industry more than 30 years, and he's done very, very, very well. Let's say he's made millions of dollars. And so the two gentlemen are with us. Hey, Dr. Friedman, welcome to New Business on Main Street.
Hey, well, thank you very much, Russ. It's a pleasure to be here and appreciate being on the call. I don't hear you that well. Are you hearing me okay?
You don't hear me very well?
Correct.
How is this now?
I think it's better. Can you hear me though?
No. I hear you loud and clear. I'm
okay,
good.
Great.
I'm good.
You're good. I know you're good.
No. I'm saying I'm good to go in terms of hearing you well. Hey, listen, doctor. Listen, you've been an anesthesiologist, what, 40 years or better?
Well, altogether, if you counted my training, which was 3 years, I did practice anesthesia for 40 years.
40 years, okay, great. And now, sir, you have a new company. Tell us, as you step away from being an anesthesiologist and going into the business arena, why start a new company? This is your company. You're president, owner of this new company. Why are you starting the company, and what specifically is the advantage of launching your company with the products that you have, the AM/PM products?
Well, it's a great question, Russ. It's a complicated question. It's actually I think it's several great questions wrapped up in one. The bottom line answer for me is that I really have a passion for helping people take responsibility in two areas: one for their own health, and one for their finances. But that's the bottom line of it. But let me break it down into a couple of the various aspects of it. Okay. My years before I went into anesthesia, I went to medical school, and then I did have 40 years in the operating room as an anesthesiologist. And what it showed me, more really all too often, more than I would have liked to have seen, is really the physical, the emotional, and even the financial costs of serious diseases. And it was quite an experience. I took care of healthy people too, but I took care of a lot of sick people. And most people think of anesthesiologists as just somebody who puts you to sleep and of course wakes you back up at the end. But they don't have a real picture of what else goes on there. They certainly don't see somebody working for hours and hours on occasion, trying unsuccessfully to save, say, a cardiac surgery patient who it turns out his heart was too damaged to even survive the operation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a horrific experience. But then they also can't imagine themselves walking out and explaining, to the family of that patient that we had done all that we could do, and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't imagine some other circumstances. For example, being in an operating room and witnessing somebody having their entire leg amputated. These are things that you might imagine in a war zone, but this is what happens day in and day out in hospitals all over our country. And to me, actually, perhaps the greatest tragedy of all of that is that in most cases, heart attacks, strokes, amputations, kidney failure, and even most cancers are actually avoidable by very simple, healthy lifestyle changes.
Mm-hmm.
And as I come across people, I find that they're either uneducated about that or they're in denial about the simple cause and effect of our life-threatening diseases that's going to come bite all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, we're all kind of surprised when we know somebody that has like a heart attack or a stroke or is diagnosed with cancer, but it's already metastatic. And it's almost as if people think that you catch it. You catch a heart attack, like you catch a common cold. It's just bad luck, like getting struck by lightning. But what they don't understand is that it's the risky behavior that led to those events of the people that they know and love. Nobody's surprised when a smoker gets lung cancer, but and nobody's surprised if somebody speeds around on a motorcycle without a helmet if they get in an accident and get hurt or killed. So why are we surprised when someone who has led a life with not enough exercise, with unhealthy diets, who have under chronic stress? Why are we surprised when they get sick? Bad drivers cause their own accidents, and people who lead unhealthy lifestyles cause their own diseases.
Right.
And it is that simple, and that's what I've seen in my life.
Dr. Silver, he's with us too. He's another physician out of Columbia, Maryland. I hear some noise in the background, so maybe somebody's writing, doing typing or whatever. So keep the noise down if you may.
Okay.
Dr. Silver, I'll be with you in just a moment. And I just want to get that other noise out of the background. Dr. Friedman, so now you have a new company that you're starting.
Yeah.
You have some products called AMPM.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I have, if you don't mind, before, I want to tell you about AMPM, but I just have a few more comments.
All right, go ahead. It's your time. It's your time. Go right ahead.
Your listen.
Yes, sir.
Listeners. And, I also got involved on the administrative side of healthcare delivery. And I came to an obvious conclusion that, the economics of our healthcare delivery system, they just aren't sustainable. Our population's getting old, the demand's going up, and the demand for services is so far going to exceed the resources that we're going to have a real disaster, a real crisis of kind of epic proportion.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's just one rational solution, and it's disease prevention. And we either learn to make these healthy lifestyle changes or we pay the price. So nobody's going to do it for us. We each need to take that personal responsibility. And the next part about the company that I want to talk about is, I see there's so much conflicting information out there. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the information is intentionally misleading about lifestyle and particularly about nutritional supplements. And this was a real big driver for me. Not only how much exercise do we need and what's the healthiest diet, but what supplements should we take? Who should we believe? Do we even need supplements in the first place? And categorically, the answer to that is yes. We do need to supplement because even the best of our modern food sources are deficient in some, in fact, many nutrients. And also science has shown us that there are beneficial nutrients that aren't available from any food source or even available in sufficient quantities. And I'll just give you a couple examples. You can't possibly get enough of the beneficial nutrients from just eating turmeric, eating the spice. You need to consume a concentrated extract to get those results. And another example that we all know about is antioxidants. You can eat tons of blueberries until you're kind of like blue in the face, and you only get a small fraction of the antioxidant power that you would get by consuming an ingredient like NAC, N-acetylcysteine, which your cells use to actually scavenge those free radicals, and also to produce glutathione, which is by far the most potent antioxidant, and your body makes it itself. And the other problem, of course, is hype. I just came to the conclusion that if I wanted to see supplements marketed in a, kind of a no-nonsense, an honest way with like zero hype, I didn't see any alternative but to start my own company. And the final point is there's another problem in our society, and it's called financial insecurity. And I know I'm preaching to the choir again when I talk to you on this, because that's what this program's all about. But it is about taking personal responsibility. Nobody's going to do it for you. If you don't want financial stress and you want security, the only option that's going to work for almost everybody is called network marketing. That's it. Too many people struggle month to month, right? Too many old people can't retire. Too many young people come out of college with just mountains of debt. So to me, network marketing is in first place when it comes to solving these problems for most people. And, frankly, I don't even see anything in second place. So, that's what it's all about, Russ, for me.
It's okay. So you have a why, and so you have a dream, and so you want to do a lot of good for people who are struggling out here in terms of their health and nutrition, and also in terms of the financial wherewithal. So that's excellent.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that, and we appreciate you starting to come. Tell us more about AM and PM, and I'll bring Dr. Silver on in just a moment, but I want you to tell me, we hear about products that, everybody's got the best product on the market. This is good, better, and best, and you're saying that you have come up with products that will help people have an optimum experience in terms of being healthy. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it ended up coming down to kind of common sense, Russ, because nobody knows who to believe. It's just overwhelming. My scientist is better than your science, my ingredients better than your ingredients, and so on. But bringing it back to the real core of it, when we're young, we're oblivious to the aging process. We kind of think we're invincible. We're going to live forever. We're going to be strong forever. But when people start to hit their 40s and beyond, we start to notice that we're slowing down a little bit, and we start to feel our age, and that's pretty much everybody. And then when we start to get to the baby boomer age, these changes accelerate, and we start to look for ways to, kind of slow down this process. So at Brana Health, we looked at this and we set out to develop a product that would help a baby boomer, kind of keep up mentally and physically with their younger colleagues in the workplace or in sports or whatever, and help them turn back the clock, so to speak. And we knew that if people could feel it, if you had a product that you could feel in the first couple of weeks or certainly the first month, that made a dramatic difference for you, they would never go without it. And along for the ride, they'd have many other health benefits they weren't even aware of occurring, like their bones getting stronger or the inflammation in their arteries of their heart going away. They don't feel that. And then they would naturally gravitate with that kind of energy and vitality towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. And finally, we were pretty confident that they wouldn't keep those benefits a secret. And that's how AM/PM Ultra was born. That's what we wanted to accomplish. That's what we did. And I have to tell you that the steady stream of health stories that we've heard from our customers is so incredibly gratifying. Exceeded my wildest expectations and the other scientists that I work with. So many people are reporting better sleep, like right away. Less stress, more physical and mental energy, and of course, much less of the stiffness and soreness that everyone experiences at age. And finally, to finish off my answer to your first question, for my vision, I'd like to see Bronte Health become the premier anti-aging health company, and to change the health and the finances of people literally all around the world. So, I thank you for giving me my chance to share this with you, and look forward to hearing the rest of the call, Russ.
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate it, Doctor, for being on the call. Dr. Matthew Silver is on your team now. Dr. Silver is out of Columbia, Maryland, and he's been practicing 30-plus years, maybe more than that. And he also has been in network marketing, and he has, at one point, I have known him to be earning as a distributor of a network marketing company, more than $1 million a year. So, Dr. Silver, you're on. Why did you leave practice to join a network marketing company some years ago? I think you've been doing it about 30 years now. Is that right, sir?
That's right. And Russ, let me just thank you for the opportunity to be on the call and share my passion and my vision for this company. And also let me just thank Dr. Ron Friedman, a colleague of mine, a good friend for many years, for his vision and his commitment to being willing to bring the best and finest of products to the market to help, again, stem the tide of all of the challenges related to aging. And, of course, we know the aging baby boomer population is massive. So I was generated or stimulated to join network marketing because of some of the best and finest products that were being made available through this industry, going back even 25 years ago. But quite frankly, when I found Baranta Health and I saw what Dr. Ron had put together in this very special formulation called AMPM Ultra, I knew that I had found, as I say, the holy grail of products as it relates to what could be of maximum benefit to the greatest number of people. And so I'm mission-driven, as he is, to get the product out to as many people as we can, as quickly as we can, because we know how challenging it can be to have to endure many of the issues related to aging. And at the same time, we're not making any therapeutic claim or for benefit or prevention for a nutritional supplement. But we do know this: if your body gets the proper nutrition that it needs at the cellular level, you are going to be healthier. So that's a long answer to a short question, but I'm passionate about this, Russ, because we can help a lot of people with this product.
Okay, great. So you have AMPM, and Doctor, you've been, as a physician, you started, I know you graduated from Howard Medical School, is that right? Way back when?
Howard University College of Medicine, way back in 1975.
Okay, right. And then you went into practice, and so you practiced for a while, and then you stepped away from being a practicing physician, and you got into network marketing, and you have done exceptionally well in terms of additional income.
That is correct, Russ. I'm board certified in family practice, and so I did the traditional medical model. However, I was always intrigued with the idea that we could really make a difference in people's health as it relates to their nutrition and other lifestyle issues. And, of course, the science of nutrition has been evolving dramatically over the last 2-3 decades. So I feel that we're at the cutting edge of something that's going to be transformational in terms of how people can really attend to their own health and wellness by just getting good supplementation.
Doctor, I can always take calls, 888-565-1470, for anyone who wants to ask you any specific questions, or the founder, Dr. Ron Friedman. But do you have a telephone number and a website that people who may be driving down the highway as we speak and who want to contact you later and get more information about the products and or the company?
Absolutely.
Right.
Let me just give that information out right now. For anyone who wants more information about AMPM Ultra and the benefits that you might expect from that product, you can call 866-319-5011. Again, 866-319-5011. And we also have a web address that you can go to. It's easy to remember. It's ultraampm.com. That's ultra, ULTRA, AMPM.com. And the phone number again, 866-319-5011.
Okay, great. I hate to ask this question, but what is your prognostications on where do you think this is going in terms of Baranta Health? What do you see down the road? I mean, you're now, 6 months old?
Our company's a little over 6 months old.
Uh-huh.
And I firmly believe that the product we have is the single most effective anti-aging formula on the market. And, of course, it may be difficult to prove that, but some of the testimonials that we're getting are just so dramatic that you want everyone to at least have an opportunity to try this product.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually may have a couple of minutes to share some of those testimonials.
Oh, do you have a sample program?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a sample program? I'm just asking, like Costco.
We do not have a sample program, but we do have a 90-day money-back guarantee.
Okay.
So for any customer who tries our product, you're going to get results. If you don't get results, you get your money back. It's as simple as that.
Okay. All right.
And if I might just share some of the compelling benefits that we know are scientifically documented about the ingredients that are going into this product. I'll just share these because there may be, some listening people in the listening audience who have one or more of these issues, and they say, hey, why not give this a try? But the 8-way benefit action of the product is helping with mental focus, concentration, and sharpness, physical energy, endurance, and stamina, enhanced metabolism for healthy weight management, resistance to everyday stress, and a positive outlook, cellular health and what we call mitochondrial energy, joint and muscle comfort, and helping in non-drowsy, restful sleep, and also in bodily repair, maintenance, and protective functions. So it covers a whole host of issues with the science-proven ingredients that are, again, documented to help in these areas.
Okay. Do we have Adam with us? Adam Levy? Adam? He may not be here at this time.
Guys, I'm here.
You here? Okay. Hey, Adam Levy is a person who is also on the team. And Adam, you've been around the network marketing industry, 30 years now?
Yeah, it's been about 30 years, Russ.
So in 30 years, conservatively, you have taken home millions of dollars. Is that right? Yes or no?
Oh, without question. I have been fortunate to be in the right time at the right place with the right product, and I didn't just sit there. I went to work, and I was able to create wealth for myself and a lot of other people along the way.
All right, well, tell us how you do that. I mean, listen, most people are now stumbling, fumbling, and they have a lot of doubts, fears, and apprehensions about any network marketing company at all. And mainly because, well, you tell us, why do people have so many myths and the innuendos and bad feelings, or think it's a scam or scheme or pyramid? Why is all that in existence? And that's one question. And then tell me and tell us, if you will, as an audience, how can you overcome that, and how can you get involved and immerse yourself in this industry and make some serious income like you have? Please.
Well, thank you, Russ. Appreciate you having us on today. And I have to say that I think a lot of it has to do with alignment. There's a lot of great people that have gotten involved in our industry with a lot of great skill sets, career backgrounds, and for one reason or another, their alignment was off. Either the product wasn't perfect for them, the timing wasn't right for the company or for themselves, maybe the management let them down. There was just something missing, and you really do need to have all the things in place in alignment at the same time. Maybe they were enrolled by the wrong person and they got the wrong guidance. So a lot of that has an effect, I think. So I think alignment has a lot to do with it. You need to have a product that, has legs, a product that people are going to get emotionally attached to. That's a big factor. We have a lot of different products that we offer in this industry, and some of them, it's all a matter of price, and if somebody comes out with it for a little bit less, my dial tone just sounds the same as the next person's dial tone. I just want the cheapest one, right? My electric bill, similar kind of a story. These service type things, for instance, not to pick on them or anything, but if you don't get an emotionally attached situation to a product, where a person can get on a product and feel different and stay on it for long periods of time, then you don't really have a true residual income. And I think that that's a big challenge for a lot of people, is what they choose and how they choose.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the next part of this, that since you have had some serious success events in your life in terms of making or earning some serious money, what can I do? What the new person coming into the business, what must he or she do to duplicate the kind of success that you have had?
Well, they really have to do some homework and find a company that will fit for them. But, if you think about it, what a lot of people do, they show up in network marketing. They show up at a network marketing company because a friend or a family member turned them on to it, right? That's usually how they show up. They didn't go searching for a good timing situation. They didn't go searching for a great opportunity. They just all of a sudden, were turned on to something and they joined it, and they don't know where they are in the scheme of things. I tell people that what's going on with Toronto Health right now is you're at a very foundational period of the business. We're building the foundation right now. Very rare does a person who's listening in right now and hearing our voice, are they involved in the conversation this early on in the game with a company that is destined and designed to be a legacy company. Most people find out about these things way later. Now, is timing everything? No, it's not everything. A year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, Baronto will be an incredible opportunity for the people that join at that time. But you're talking about a company that is really just building the foundation right now, and the people that get involved at these early stages, they get to write their own story. They get to help write the story of Baronto Health and be an integral part of that. And there are a lot of entrepreneurs out there. There's a lot of home-based business entrepreneurs and network marketers that are in transition right now, and they would love to be involved at an early stage like that where they can be an integral part of writing the company's story, writing their own story, and being an integral part of the success of a company, not showing up after there's 500,000 distributors and everybody's already heard of it, and there's nothing new there. And that happens a lot in this industry. People just aren't aware of the business and of timing, and that's an important factor, I think.
Okay, well, good, great. Well, Ron, we only have about a minute left. Tell us how someone can contact you and get more information. Since you've had a wealth of experience in building network marketing companies, you've had a great deal of success in terms of the kind of money that you have earned. So how would they get in contact with you for further information and direction and guidance?
Well, I think Dr. Matt has already given those phone numbers out.
Well, let's do it one more time.
We've got www.ultraampm.com. That's www.ultraampm.com. I think that's the best place for you to go to grab some information, and we can get some more details about Baronto Health to you that way.
And your telephone number, sir? Or Dr. Silver, your telephone number?
Yeah, I have that. That phone number again, and I'll be happy to return a call from anyone who calls in on this number, 866-319-5011. That's 866-319-5011. You just leave your name and number and the best time to reach you, and I'll be happy to call back and give you more information.
Okay, I really appreciate Dr. Ron Friedman, Adam, for being on the program. Dr. Silver, thank you for being here on the Health and Wealth Station in Florida, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM. And I wish you the best of luck, and let's stay in touch. And what can I say? Let's go to the top. And I'll see you next week right here on The New Business on Main Street, 1470 AM, and that's 95.3 FM.
Men and women are wanted for a new business on Main Street. The requirements are you must be self-directed, persistent, and have the willingness to succeed. If, after your difficult work, you succeed, a lifetime annual six-figure income is available. If interested, go to www.newbusinessonmainstreet.com. If you are despondent, broke, and not satisfied with life, then change your life. Go to newbusinessonmainstreet.com. If you are not happy, then change your life. To change your life, you must change your life.